Alright, this is not only the biggest game of the Rams season, but also the biggest game of the remaining season for the NFC playoff picture. The Los Angeles Rams hosting the New Orleans Saints. Who's going to win? What's going to happen? Let's go ahead and answer those questions in my Rams Week 16 preview. Before we dive into this, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Who do you think is going to win and what's the final score going to be? Let me know down in the comments below, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'll get back to all of you and do leave a comment. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the elephant in the room here, the importance of this game. The Saints are currently tied with the Buccaneers at 7-7 for the NFC South lead to host a playoff game. That is huge in itself, so they need every win that they can get because the Buccaneers, the way they're playing, they might have a chance to make a few more wins on the end of the season. Meanwhile, the Rams, they are trying to make sure they can secure a playoff spot. And oh, did I mention, this is the current 7 seed versus the current 8 seed. The winner of this game will be in phenomenal position to make some noise and make a push at the playoffs. If not winning the division in the Saints case, a wild card berth potentially on the line for both of these teams. Basically, this is going to be tough. If you lose, you're probably going home. So this is the first of many playoff games for these two teams. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the injury reports. We'll get the big one out of the way here. The New Orleans Saints. You have defensive end Isaiah Foskey with a quad injury. He is out. Lonnie Johnson, safety with a knee injury, is also out. Tackle Ryan Ramczyk is out with a knee injury as well. And Peyton Turner, defensive end, is out with a toe injury. You also have running back Keandre Miller with an ankle injury. He is questionable. He did not participate Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday he was limited in practice. So we'll see if he manages to make the field. But the big news here is Chris Olave will play. The coach, not Sean Payton, Dennis Allen is already, or is it Dennis Allen? Someone, whoever the coach is anymore. You don't know who the coach is in the Saints anymore. They have said that Chris Olave will play. So that is a huge weapon and a huge gain for the Saints. On the Rams side of the injury report, it's a lot simpler. You have 4 players who were on the report for different injuries, but are going to be playing. And then you have 2 players, defensive back Trey Tomlinson with a hamstring injury. He is ruled out. And offensive lineman Joe Noteboom, who is a huge centerpiece of that offensive line, is questionable with a foot injury. So we'll see how that plays out. But the injury reports look to be more in favor of the Rams. Alright, moving on to key things and key players to watch. I have Derek Carr on the Saints. Derek Carr, he has been up and down all season. He has had a very up and down year. Injuries kind of helped hurt that a little bit. But overall, he has been very hit or miss this year. He has not really been the consistent Derek Carr that he was with the Raiders. So overall, we want to see a little bit more consistency, a little bit more improvement out of Derek Carr if they want to make a playoff spot here. And for the Rams, I'm watching that offense. How can that offense overall keep gelling? The offense has been looking good with Kyren Williams. The key to the game for the Rams is feed Kyren the ball. Get him over 100 yards once again, and you will be fine. If you don't get him to 100 yards, you might be a little bit on trouble, but overall, this team is built to win, and they should have a big win against the Saints. I also want to watch that defense. How does the secondary play, especially Akella Witherspoon? He has been having a very quiet breakout season on this Rams secondary. How can he fare against this team? I think he's going to be mostly on his island with Chris Olave. That'll be a fun matchup to watch. But overall, those are the key things to watch for tonight's game. And last but not least for this video, we're going to go ahead and move on to my final score prediction for this one. I am going to take the Rams in this one, and I think it's a healthy margin of victory. I'm going to take the Rams by a final score of 34 to 22. Yeah, 34-22. I like that score. 34-22, 34-21, something in that range. I think the Rams will hold the Saints to a lot of field goals. I don't see the Saints really converting a lot in the red zone. Maybe a touchdown or two. Overall, the Rams, though, should be looking pretty good and have a pretty big margin of victory tonight and all but secure themselves a good chance at a playoff spot. Alright, well, that's about going to do it for me today. If you guys did like, don't forget to smash like and subscribe down below if you want to make sure you can watch me cover this game live. We will be going live around 8 to 8:15, somewhere in that range before the game, and we will be going live to cover this play-by-play and breakdown and analysis. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. And with that, I will see you guys later. Oh, before I forget, make sure you check out over here. This will be any sort of video that YouTube thinks you'll like. And with that, I will see you guys tonight. Peace out and have a good one.